Athletes, welcome back. We are continuing our upper body strength progression with push-ups, and we're pairing that with sit-ups today. So we're giving you a little bit of variety. There is no hand release, so you get to give us the tried and true classic version of your push-ups, but you're still giving us great form. We've got a descending rep scheme on one and an ascending rep scheme on another. Our athletes already have boards for the reps, so we recommend you do the same. We got Andy and Ben, and we are ready to warm up with you. Athletes, your warm-up's here. We've got 10 seconds on the clock. We are going to be starting with our down dog seal pose transition. So just go ahead and grab some floor space. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, and down into that seal pose. And then let's bring those hips up into your down dog. We're going to start this one out kind of slow. I'm going to let you explore those corners and make sure your body's feeling good. Make sure you're working out any kinks, opening up your body as much as you can. Focus on some nice deep breaths as we're going through these. I'm gonna have athletes give me 2 more transitions. So Ben is gonna have 1 more. I'm gonna get 1 more from Andy. And then what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go down to the floor in our push-up position. So for our push-up position, we're gonna do hand release for the warm-up, and then we'll do regular for the workout. But let's go ahead and pick those hands off the ground and then give me a push-up to the top. A nice strong plank position from our shoulders to our heels. And we're just gonna go through a couple reps here to make sure that we're feeling good. Triceps, chest, shoulders, everything is working properly, and we're gonna be ready to go for this workout. Let's go ahead and transition to our ab mats next. Now we have ab mats in studio. If you don't have those at home, then you can grab a couple towels, roll those up to fit in the small of your lower back. It will help get you to full extension on these ab mat sit-ups. So what we're gonna do is that athletes will sit back, touch the ground behind their head, and then they'll throw their arms sitting up, making sure our shoulders get past our hip crease. We're gonna go ahead and go through about 6 to 7 reps here. Using your hands for momentum is allowed and will help you in this workout. If you're doing them strict across your chest, it's gonna make the movement tougher. If you're looking for an added challenge, you can add that in if you like, but we are going with the goal of touching our toes and getting those shoulders past your hip crease. Next, we're going back into our down dog seal pose transition. In this one, there are no holds. So you guys are gonna go up to the top and then right back down to the bottom. I don't want you to hold either end position, so as soon as you hit that end position, you're right back into the next movement. We're gonna go 3 more transitions for both athletes here, and then we're gonna get back down on the floor and we're gonna go into our push-ups. With those push-ups, these are regular push-ups now. Now, it's the same range of motion, so chest has to touch the floor. When we go into a regular push-up, the tendency for a lot of people is that they'll come down and they'll touch that core to the floor versus their chest. If you need to know what the full range feels like, go back to hand release and that'll get you all the way down to the ground. We're gonna go back into our ab mat sit-ups now. And with this, we're gonna go at workout speed. So I'm gonna have athletes go 10 reps total. We're gonna throw those arms sitting up, making sure we feel that momentum from our arm throw transferring into the movement. You'll notice when Ben throws, he throws down his body versus that big Frankenstein throw of where we put our arms away from ourselves. It takes you away from the momentum of your body moving in that plane and can actually slow you down. So throw those arms up your body as you sit up. That is it for our warm-up. Now I do want to take a quick note, or a quick second to note that Andy will be modifying reps today. So if you feel like the volume of 15 down to 1 is going to be too difficult, then what we're doing for Andy is that we're starting at 8. We're doing double sets all the way down until we get to a single set of 1. So that means her rep schemes are going to be 8, 8, 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5, 4, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2, and then 1. Her ab mat sit-ups will stay the same, and those are gonna start at 1 and ascend to 15 reps total. So that is it. That's all we've got. Ben, you got a dance you wanna show everybody real quick? Give us something. I love it. And that's everything that you need. Andy, you got a dance move that you wanna throw in for? I won't put you, oh, I love it. We're channeling the best Kevin that we can right now. But all that aside, the dancing is done, or you guys can keep going while I'm finishing this out. But you got the workout coming up next. So get yourself set, turn your cell phone on silent, grab your water. We are ready to work out with you. Athletes, your workout is here. We are starting in 10 seconds. So let's go ahead and make your way to where you were doing your push-ups. We are going descending reps on our push-ups, ascending reps on our sit-ups, and we are starting now. So let's get after it. Now, we've got Ben doing the classic 15 down to 1 by 1. We've got Andy doing a modified version starting at 8, and she's doing double sets down to 1. She's going 8, 8, 7, 7, all the way down until she gets to a single set of 1 at the end. So we've got our athletes onto our sit-ups doing 1 sit-up, and then they're right back into their push-ups. You'll notice that both athletes have a whiteboard next to them. We highly recommend doing this. Ben has been to the games, And he still was the first person to ask for a whiteboard, because when you're doing a mixed rep scheme like this, it can be very confusing when you get into it. Because you start thinking, I've got 3 more reps to do, which means that if I did that in 17 seconds, then I just have to multiply that by 3, divide it by the remaining sets that I have left, and then you forget where you're even doing the workout at. So keep a whiteboard or a piece of paper close by and make sure that you are keeping track of where you're at in this workout. Because if you do lose track, you always know that that means you're starting back at 0. So we've got both of our athletes performing regular push-ups, making sure we're getting full extension at the top, touching our chest to the floor, and then we're going into our sit-up, just touching the ground behind our head, and then throwing those arms, sitting up, getting our shoulders past our hip crease, and touching our toes with our hands. Now with this, it is going to be a little bit mentally relieving that the push-ups are going down, but then that ascending rep scheme with the sit-ups is right there to kind of knock you back down, because workouts like this seem like they're taking forever, but you really hit the halfway mark on your push-ups by the time you're done with like your set of 11 or 12. It's not the true halfway during that workout when we get through it. So we got Andy moving steady through her sit-ups and her push-ups. We've got Ben demonstrating the perfect technique of taking a quick rest to avoid burning out. So with this, you may say, I can do 15 push-ups unbroken. I can do 14 push-ups unbroken. But when you add up all these reps, I hate to do this to you, we're doing 120 reps total if you're going to 15 down to 1. So we want to make sure that we're being as efficient as possible. And even though you could do the reps unbroken, breaking them up so that you can stay consistent with your set sizes may actually pay off for you versus trying to grind out and get those sets unbroken just to say that you did. Because nobody's going to remember that. They're just going to remember the time that you finished in. So we got Ben shaking his arms out and getting back into our push-ups, and we got Andy making her way. She's on with her double rep scheme, starting at 8 down to 1. She's on her 6 push-ups, and then she's on 6 sit-ups. We've got Ben onto his next set, and I'm gonna check out his board because we are currently at 10. So we got 10 push-ups next, and then he's on his 6 sit-ups. And again, this workout is one of those that doesn't seem that bad, but it creeps up on you, and you are gonna be so thankful that you eventually have a set of 1 push-up. Because I know it almost feels like a joke starting this workout with 1 sit-up, but I'm telling you, you gotta appreciate those good times, because the tough times are coming, and it's in the form of ab mat sit-ups and possibly strawberrying your lower back because of the reps that we have. Now, if you do have an issue with rubbing against the floor and strawberrying yourself, first of all, you're not gonna notice until you go take a shower this evening, because then it's gonna surprise you. But secondly, you can mitigate that movement by going into a butterfly position like Andy has and like Ben is utilizing, because that will limit the movement of your hips back and forth on the floor. Both athletes are staying steady here and using strategic breaks to make sure that we are not getting to a place of burnout. On those ab mat sit-ups, our ab mat sit-ups we can stay pretty steady with. It's just a matter of making sure we are consistently throwing those arms and we're breathing with every rep that we take. We want to breathe out as we sit up, taking a nice deep breath in as we go back. Both athletes are pretty similar in terms of their placement in this workout. Now, Andy said straight up, she goes, 15 down to 1 is gonna be a lot of push-ups. And so there's no problem with modifying. One of the biggest things that I always stress with anyone that I have in my classes is that I, as a coach, may not be the right thing to say, I don't care if you do the workout RX. What I care is that you're doing a version of the workout that's gonna be challenging for you and slightly above what your fitness level is. I don't want you to come in and say, if I don't do this workout RX, I've failed. That is not the case at all. Picking your version of the workout and then trying to do that to completion is going to make you a success in that. And that's how we get better. Because if I come in and I try to do Ben's version of the workout, who is a games athlete, I'm not gonna get very fit. The only thing that I'm gonna get is a complex about myself, telling I should just stop this and not work out ever again. So you always think about where your current levels are and modifying these workouts to slightly above that. So it's gonna be tough, it's gonna be a challenge, but it's not anything that's gonna be impossible. You'll be able to do those impossible workouts 5 to 6 months from now with that consistency of working right above that skill level that you have. Now, both of our athletes are moving along very nicely here. We got Ben finishing up his 6 push-ups. He's on to 10 sit-ups. And then we've got Andy on her set of 3 and 3, which means she's on her 11 sit-ups. So our athletes are pretty neck and neck right now. I think that if Ben makes a push, there's a chance that we might be able to see a little bit of a horse race right now and see who, here we go. This is it. This is your song as well. He's got Creedence Clearwater in the background. He's got Bright Eyes, A Loving Heart, A Strong Mind, and here we go. And Ben is making fast transitions. Andy doesn't know what's coming for her. She thinks that she's got this locked in. And who could think that we could make push-ups and sit-ups competitive? But here we are. I need you guys to keep moving for me because we are getting close to the end of our rep ranges here. And I'm checking out where our athletes are. We've got Ben finishing up his 11 sit-ups. And we got Andy looking overly confident over here. Finishing up on her. Oh, she's got 2 push-ups and she's got 13 sit-ups. Ben, we got a motor. This is it. Whatever you got to put it in right now. Again, these sit-ups now, the sit-ups are getting tough because you were thinking, man, 1 sit-up, what is this? What kind of joke is this? And now we're struggling on the sit-ups, but we don't have the push-ups to do, but you gotta keep moving for me. I need you guys to finish all the way out. Ben is not slowing down. He makes his transition. He marks his reps off, and here we are. Did you say it's bad? Oh, no, he's not slowing down. He's saying that. He's trying to get Andy comfortable so that she has a false sense of security. We got 2 push-ups for Andy, and now she's on her 14 ab mat sit-ups. We've got Ben working on his 13 ab mat sit-ups. So unless there's catastrophic failure from Andy, she starts laughing during her ab mat sit-ups, then I think that she has secured this, but Ben is serious. Ben has got it locked in. He's moving on to his set of 2 push-ups, and then he's on to his ab mat. Ben is making a push to come back, and this is gonna be, Ben, don't you, she's failing! Ben, let's go, this is it. Oh no, you've got her on the ropes. You've got her intimidated. Ben, this is it, everything you've got. This is, remember when you said the way you make it to the games is to work harder? You just gotta work harder right now. This is what I need. You've got to go, everything that you've got. I'll do my best to distract her and try to make her laugh more because if she's laughing, she's not sitting up. You got to go, Ben. Let's go. This is 1 push-up. Now motor it. You have to do it. If you can do 3 reps to her 1, then I think you've got this in the bag. We have to go as fast as we possibly can. Athletes at home, wherever you're at, if you're neck and neck with our athletes, let's see if you can beat them, but we are almost there. I can't remember, Andy is no repping at this point, so none of these reps, I'm kidding, all the way through. Here we go. Andy, you have to go. She is almost done. Ben is sitting up like no other, and that is it. Time for Andy and time for Ben. That was very, very close. Andy, great job. Ben, great job. And again, it's often the workouts that we think are gonna be the easiest and we talk smack about, and then they get really, really hard. So athletes, fantastic job. Make sure that, I know we got the cool down coming up next, but hit a seal pose right now just to get your core opened up, please. But we'll see you in just a moment. Cool down's coming up next. Thank you once again for joining us for this Sneaky Fit workout, because we know that it's got a lot of you. We had a great time working out with you today. Now, if this is your first time, we certainly hope it's not your last time. And we've got a special offer for you right now that if you use the code ATHOME at mayhemathletes.com, you can get a free month of programming to start your fitness journey right now. You'll find a group of like-minded athletes that will not only encourage you, but help you have a great time all the way there, whether you're trying to just be a little bit fitter, a little bit tougher for whatever life could throw your way, or make it all the way to the competition floor. You'll even see Ben there. So join us today, because we would love to have you. Now, we have your cool down listed here, which Ben is definitely gonna have to do because he's already cramping. So stick around and take care of your body because it just took care of you. And as always, be good, be kind, and join us again for another great day of fitness.